Imagine a Caribbean where the sea is a bridge, not a barrier. For centuries, islands have been isolated, but now a pan-Caribbean high-speed ferry system is set to connect them like never before. This bold project promises faster travel, stronger bonds, and a new era of unity and opportunity for the entire region. Imagine a high-speed ferry system connecting the Caribbean, fast, comfortable, and reliable. Not just for travel, but for uniting islands, boosting trade, and empowering communities. The sea would no longer divide. It would finally unite. This is more than just a ferry. It's the future of the Caribbean. Imagine a typical day on the Caribbean ferry. As the sun rises over Bridgetown, commuters, nurses, workers, students board the spirit of the islands, their daily transport between countries. In less than 2 hours, they're in St. Lucia, ready for work or class. This ferry connects lives, families, and cultures, turning the Caribbean into a truly united community. The Pan-Caribbean Ferry Network connects islands through major hubs like Trinidad and Jamaica, with smaller ferries reaching remote communities. This hub-and-spoke system is efficient, scalable, and keeps even the smallest islands connected. More than just transport, it's a lifeline for disaster response and regional security. While moving people is exciting, the real revolution is the ferry's cargo power. High-speed ferries can carry fresh produce, manufactured goods, and more, quickly connecting islands. This creates an efficient, affordable inter-island cargo network, opening new markets and boosting regional trade. The cargo revolution is a game-changer for Caribbean growth. The Pan-Caribbean ferry system is more than just transport. It's a powerful engine for job creation across the region. Each terminal brings new jobs, from port staff to customs officers and maintenance crews. Local businesses, taxi drivers, and tour operators will thrive as more travelers arrive. The ferry isn't just a vessel, it's a path to opportunity and growth for Caribbean communities. For small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, the Pan-Caribbean Ferry will be nothing short of a revolution. These businesses are the lifeblood of Caribbean economies, but they've long been constrained by their limited local markets. The high cost and logistical complexity of exporting goods to neighboring islands have been major barriers to growth. The ferry changes this equation completely. Suddenly, a market of a few 100,000 people expands to a regional market of millions. This dramatic increase in potential customers provides an unprecedented opportunity for SMEs to scale up their operations and increase their revenue, fostering a new era of entrepreneurship. Consider an artisan in Bequia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who makes beautiful handcrafted jewelry. Currently, their sales are limited to tourists visiting their small island and a handful of local customers. With the ferry, they can now easily ship their products to boutiques in Barbados, Grenada, and St. Lucia. They could even set up a simple e-commerce website, promising next-day delivery to customers across the southern Caribbean. This direct access to a larger market allows them to grow their business, hire local assistants, and invest in better tools and materials. The ferry empowers small producers to think bigger, transforming their craft from a local hobby into a regional brand. The benefits extend to the service industry as well. A talented graphic designer in Jamaica could now easily serve clients in Trinidad and Tobago. A specialized IT consultant from Barbados could take the morning ferry to St. Lucia to help a company with a project and be back home the same evening. This seamless movement of professionals makes it possible for specialized skills to be shared across the region. It allows businesses to access the best talent, regardless of which island they are on. This creates a more dynamic and competitive business environment, where expertise and innovation can flow freely across national borders, benefiting the entire region. This new connectivity also fosters collaboration and partnership among small businesses. A sauce maker in Trinidad could partner with a poultry farmer in Grenada to create a new line of seasoned, ready-to-cook products. A fashion designer in Martinique could collaborate with a textile producer in St. Lucia. The ferry makes it physically easier for entrepreneurs to meet, share ideas, and form strategic alliances. This cross-pollination of ideas and resources will lead to more innovative products and services that are uniquely Caribbean. The ferry doesn't just open up markets, It creates a collaborative ecosystem where small businesses can work together to achieve greater success. The Pan-Caribbean Ferry is redrawing the region's economic map, shifting focus from external trade to internal commerce, connecting islands and boosting local agriculture and industry. This unified ferry system helps Caribbean nations trade efficiently, specialize, and grow stronger together, making the region more self-reliant and globally competitive. The ferry system is more than just transportation. It's a catalyst for regional cooperation and economic growth. By working together, Caribbean nations build trust and tackle shared challenges, from disaster management to trade. The ferry connects people, encourages investment, and helps create a stronger, unified Caribbean identity. Together, the islands can build a more prosperous and resilient future for all. The Pan-Caribbean Ferry is reinventing tourism, making island hopping easy and affordable for everyone. Now visitors can explore diverse cultures and landscapes across several islands in one trip. The ferry connects even the smallest islands, spreading economic benefits and creating new opportunities for locals and travelers alike. The ferry's greatest cultural impact will be its power to connect people and traditions across the Caribbean. Each island boasts its own music, dialect, cuisine, and festivals, but travel barriers have kept these cultures apart. The ferry system becomes a bridge, letting steel pan bands from Trinidad perform in St. Lucia, or guo cod drummers from Guadeloupe collaborate in Dominica. This cross-pollination sparks new artistic fusions and preserves traditions by giving them a wider audience. Suddenly, the Caribbean transforms into a year-round festival calendar, with affordable travel making it possible for anyone to join events like Crop Over or Spice Mess. Festivals grow bigger and more vibrant, and new multi-island events, like a Caribbean food festival spanning several islands, become possible. Beyond grand celebrations, the ferry enables everyday exchanges. School teams compete, students join exchange programs, artisans share skills and crafts. This movement breaks down isolation, revealing the common threads that unite the region and fostering a stronger Caribbean identity. Cultural exchange also brings economic benefits, as demand grows for authentic experiences. Walking tours, cooking classes, craft markets. Communities can now sustainably monetize their heritage, ensuring tourism's benefits are shared and traditions remain alive. The ferry empowers the Caribbean to celebrate its culture as a living, breathing experience. It's not just about travel, it's about weaving a richer, more unified regional tapestry. The result, a Caribbean where culture is accessible, celebrated, and shared by all. Beyond economics and culture, the ferry's most profound impact is on personal relationships. For generations, families have been separated by the high cost of travel. Grandparents, siblings, and friends scattered across islands. The ferry changes this, making weekend visits, family gatherings, and milestone celebrations affordable and frequent. It repairs the fabric of family life, strengthening bonds stretched thin by distance. New friendships and social networks blossom as young people meet at festivals, sports, or university programs, building a true regional community. Old stereotypes and rivalries fade, replaced by mutual understanding and respect. Spontaneity returns. Friends can decide midweek to meet on another island for the weekend just because they can. The entire Caribbean becomes everyone's backyard, encouraging exploration and connection. This web of relationships strengthens regional stability. When people know each other personally, it's harder for disputes to divide. The ferry is more than transport. It's a social network, physically linking lives and creating goodwill. It fosters a sense of regional citizenship, where community extends beyond any single coastline. The result, a more cohesive, resilient Caribbean, united by shared experiences and human connection. The ferry's true legacy is the bonds it builds, family, friendship, and community across the sea. The Pan-Caribbean Ferry brings a psychological transformation, challenging centuries of insularity. No longer isolated by sea, people begin to see themselves as part of a vast, interconnected Caribbean nation. This shift unlocks new confidence and ambition. Entrepreneurs and artists now think regionally, not just locally. The mindset of scarcity gives way to one of abundance and opportunity, fueling innovation and collaboration. The ferry also helps heal colonial divisions, making it easy to travel between English, French, Spanish, and Dutch-speaking islands. Old barriers crumble as people learn each other's languages, customs, and shared heritage. A new post-colonial Caribbean identity emerges, proud, unified, and self-determined. The sight of modern ferries crisscrossing the sea becomes a daily symbol of unity and possibility. The future is defined by the people of the region, not outside forces. This renewed sense of pride and shared destiny may be the ferry's most lasting legacy. The psychological boost paves the way for a brighter, more integrated Caribbean future. The dream of a connected Caribbean comes with a daunting price tag. Building a high-speed ferry network means hundreds of millions for state-of-the-art vessels and billions more for upgraded ports and terminals. Small economies can't shoulder this alone. Funding must come from international banks, private investors, and creative partnerships. Attracting investment requires proving long-term profitability, a challenge with high financial risks. Ongoing costs add up: fuel, maintenance, salaries, insurance, and administration. Ticket prices must balance affordability with sustainability. Too high and people won't ride, too low, and the system loses money. The financial equation is delicate. Success depends on careful planning and realistic projections. If the system fails, islands could be left with even greater debt. The ferry's promise is immense, but so are the stakes. Every dollar must be justified, every risk managed. The billion-dollar question: can the Caribbean afford to build its future, and can it afford not to? The answer will shape the region for generations. The vision is bold, but the path demands caution and commitment. The environmental stakes are high in a region famed for its natural beauty. High-speed ferries risk disrupting fragile marine ecosystems. Noise pollution threatens whales and dolphins, while wakes and dredging can damage reefs and mangroves. Pollution risks: fuel spills, wastewater, marine litter must be tightly controlled. The carbon footprint is significant. While ferries are greener than planes, they still burn fossil fuels. Developers must invest in cleaner technologies, LNG, hybrids, or electric vessels as they become viable. Environmental impact assessments are essential for every route and port, guiding design to minimize harm. Ferries may need to slow in sensitive zones or reroute to protect habitats. Governments and operators must commit to the highest environmental standards from the start. Balancing development with protection is the project's greatest challenge. The Caribbean's future depends on getting this right. The region's beauty is its greatest asset. Preserving it is non-negotiable. The ferry must be a model of sustainable progress, not a threat to paradise. A connected Caribbean brings social challenges that can't be ignored. There's a risk the system benefits larger, wealthier islands, leaving smaller ones behind with less frequent service. Massive port projects could displace communities or disrupt traditional livelihoods like fishing. An influx of visitors may strain local resources and spark culture clashes if not managed with community input. Easier travel raises security concerns. Smuggling, illegal immigration, and crime require coordinated, high-tech responses. The ferry could also accelerate brain drain, as skilled workers move to bigger islands for better opportunities. Safeguards are needed to ensure mobility doesn't hollow out vulnerable communities. Success depends on inclusive planning, strong security, and policies that protect all islands. The ferry's promise is regional opportunity, but only if every community has a voice and a stake. True progress means leaving no island behind. The Pan-Caribbean high-speed ferry is more than an ambitious project. It's a vision to unite the region, transforming the sea from a barrier into a highway of connection. This journey promises new jobs, empowered small businesses, and a truly integrated market, forging prosperity and a shared Caribbean identity. With unity and careful planning, the ferry can drive the Caribbean forward, toward a new dawn of opportunity. The Pan-Caribbean high-speed ferry is more than just transport. It's a symbol of hope, unity, and opportunity for generations. It connects families, empowers students and artisans, and builds a stronger, more integrated region. This legacy project turns the sea from a barrier into a bridge, uniting the Caribbean for a brighter tomorrow.